of meager, and he doesn't really have any nukes. It's just the mana burn. And Timber's actually a hero that's okay to play with 0 mana because of reactive armor, so you can kind of just sit there and last it. So if you put him on the other side, and then you actually have a hero that can spam nukes in him with Scareth, that feels much better, having these double aggressive potential heroes. And on the flip side, if you get an armor creep against TA and just totally burning all of this Disruptor's mana, I can see this TA Disruptor lane getting potentially very rough against Pangolier Chen.
As always against Chen lineups, you need to be ready for the aura build-up that you're just mentioning, and the last pick for Telements needs to try and at least bring a little bit more life to that early game. Because if Falcons aren't pressured in lanes, they are just going to hit 20 minutes and you won't be able to kill a single hero, it feels like.
No, they've got Falcons have a very good thing going for them. I mean, TA is good against these heroes on paper, all of them.
Yeah.
Like it is a good TA game. The real question is can they get online early enough? Can they survive this early game? Because right now, if I have to look at just early game potential from these heroes, I'm preferring Falcons. I think Disruptor in this situation, while it is, we talked about it being good with Timbersaw, it is. There's the added wrinkle of there's a Chen, and the Timbersaw will not have as good of a game as he did in the other game.
I'm just really worried for Telements supports. I really think it's going to be a rough matchup in both lanes, and it's also not like they have the best core matchups either. So I think potentially we might see one of those lane wins for Falcons once again here. I mean, there's some wiggle room with the last pick potentially here that could maybe change that.
I can see a world where Falcons... You mean to say last pick, you mean for Falcons, or...?
I mean, both teams, right?
Okay.
I mean, the whole draft is not shown yet, but I just think that the side lanes right now look pretty strong for Falcons against these heroes.
I mean, I'd love to see Malrine potentially go back for like the mid sniper, right? Of course, it depends on what Telements go for, but having the supports lose side lanes, supports move to mid, they get shrapnelled, also lose there, like then suddenly there's no game for the supports, right? Again, getting carried away as Telements will be picking out of the ban phase. And for Telements, what? Mid laner, a little bit of fight in him, a little bit of early pacing, anything specific?
I think you're probably just looking at decent game matchups against Falcons. Whatever you can come up with that feels like it matches up well against them. I think the Queen could have been a good option. You just want something that matches up well because you're going to need to fight early, right? You've got these supports, you need something that supplements them. So something strong early game, something that you feel like can actually play well with those supports. It can be a melee hero. I think it probably can also work with a ranged hero, but you know, you run into this classic Falcons issue of Pangolier can also be mid, and very few things actually counter Pangolier, and so you have to deal with that. I'm not sure if they're Monkey King players, but you could do something like that. I think it's a pretty decent Monkey King game. It prevents the Panga from going mid in some ways. Queen is already banned. Malrine also doesn't play that hero.
Monkey King is like completely dead right now.
I don't understand why.
Yeah.
I feel like this hero is not bad at all.
No.
Like, especially for mid, I feel like it's quite powerful in some context. It's really good with Disruptor too. It falls into that category.
Yeah.
Monkey gives you infinite damage and Disruptor 0 damage, so they pair and mesh very well together.
It's just the chase down of Timber. Oh, doesn't matter. I was gonna say maybe just because Timber is so popular, and even though it's not a direct counter, it's just annoying in the game.
They actually banned it out, but I mean.